Hi, my name is Javon Kelley, and I'm a rising junior public relations student here at North Carolina A&T. So today I want to talk a little bit about why I find diversity in advertising very important. So I want to start off and talk a little bit more about my background and kind of where I'm from. So I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and typically when people think of Atlanta, they do think of a very Black city, its impact on Black culture, but a lot of the times they're talking about music or fashion. But Atlanta's effect on me personally was being able to see a lot of examples of successful Black people in my community. I grew up around Black lawyers, Black doctors, Black dentists, and kind of seeing all those things was helpful to me because I saw people who looked like me and looked like the people that I knew being successful. Kind of comparing that to what I saw on television, it was completely different. When I was younger, I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV during the week. So on the weekend, I remember I would spend so much time in front of the TV, I guess just trying to soak in as much TV as I could into the next week. And while I was watching on TV, I would see these ads, and when I was younger, I didn't think about how they affected me. Growing up, I realized I never felt like I saw someone who represented me or represented the people that I knew in my life. And it was so hard for me to understand that because growing up, I saw so many different types of people of different cultures, whether that be African, Caribbean, people who were all these different shapes and sizes. And I never saw that on television. Back then, pretty much every ad looked the same. It was a thin white person trying to sell me either a product or an experience. And that's exactly why I feel diversity is super important in advertising. Because I think it's very important that our ads look like the world. Compared to America, the world is so culturally diverse. People have so many different looks and shapes and sizes that there's so many people that we can add to different stories. There's so many different stories we can tell through advertising that we're not able to tell with just a small select group of people that we deem acceptable. And I also think it's very important that brands do this and that companies do this because I feel consumers want to buy more products when they feel like they fit into their lifestyle. Personally, I have a disabled aunt, so maybe if I saw a person with a disability on an ad using a product that had the same or similar disability as my aunt, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I could buy that for my aunt. She could probably really use that because this person liked it so much. It's just little things like that that don't take much effort to do that can really push people into seeing your brand differently and seeing your company and seeing your product differently. And that's kind of what I want to do in my future. I want to be kind of a representation for a lot of people, for any Black woman, Black queer woman in the world to know that I am a person who looks like them, has similar experiences to them, that is not only in the position that I will be in the future, that I am creating things for them that are marketed to them. So that's exactly why I would love to be considered for this scholarship. I believe the scholarship will help finish my last 2 years of school, and I will be able to obtain that degree to be able to create a little bit more diversity in our media. Again, my name is Javon Kelley. I'm a junior public relations student here in North Carolina A&T, and thank you so much for your consideration.